Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Carly Wade and we're just going to be getting started in just a bit. In the meantime, as we wait for more people to join, go ahead and write in the comments where you're tuning in from. I'm very interested to find out. Throughout this presentation as well, feel free to write questions in the chat box. My team's going to be answering them for you. Awesome. Today's webinar is going to be focusing on Odoo's 3 different hosting platforms. All right, so let's get started. So my name is Carly Wade. I'm a customer success manager here at Odoo. And so just, a little bit about me. I'm a customer success manager here. I live in the Bay Area. I love traveling and I love Odoo. So again, this presentation is going to be covering Odoo's 3 different hosting platforms and deciding which one is going to be best for you and your business. All right, so we have our agenda here. First, we're going to be covering efficiency. So what makes your database right now efficient, or if you're new to Odoo, what can make your database efficient and make your workflows and everything streamlined. Then we're going to be talking about what even is Odoo, the background of everything, and then following that, why is this presentation even important and why should you care? After that, our hosting platforms. So we have Odoo Online, on-premise, and Odoo.sh. Following that is things to consider, and then we're going to be recapping everything. So let's dive in. First things first, how can I run my business more efficiently? So take a couple seconds to think about your business processes and your workflows. How do you get from a sale to a delivery? How does your business work? Is it simple? Is it intricate? I ask you to keep this question in the back of your mind throughout this presentation. So, a couple points as Odoo offers efficiency. Established and simplified workflows and processes. So what are your current workflows? Are they simple? Are they intricate? Can they be changed? Or are you open to changing them? Everyone's processes are different and Odoo luckily reflects that. Specialized software for every part of your business. Are you going to be needing customizations or developments in order for your workflow to be successful? Are you going to be needing third-party applications? Odoo offers our Odoo out-of-the-box option or our Odoo methodology if you'd like, so you can run with Odoo out of the box, which is the most simple option. Or you can run with the customizations as needed. Lastly, everything in one place, which is fantastic as Odoo is an all-in-one integrated source. So instead of jumping around from website to website, tab to tab, just to get simple everyday functions done, everything is all in one place. But are you going to be needing a certain API connector to get your workday done? Is this going to be available for your hosting platform? Just a couple things I want you to think about as we continue through this journey of exploring each hosting platform. Now, if you're new here, you're probably wondering, okay, I can be efficient, but what the heck is Odoo? Well, great question. Odoo is a modular all-in-one ERP system, meaning enterprise resource planning. So we're a business management solution that's fully integrated, so our software is going to be streamlining your everyday workflow. We're an easy-to-use software, we're user-friendly, and we can help you save on costs. We're going to make your business so much more efficient. Now that we've discussed Odoo and why it's going to streamline your business, let's get into more of our background of our different hosting types and why it's so important that you choose the right one for you. Here's a visual representation of our Odoo Enterprise. So we have the overarching umbrella, which is the license and shared source. As you can see to the left, we have our cloud solutions, which is Odoo.sh, meaning Odoo.sh, and we have our Saas option, which is Odoo Online. To the right, we have our self-hosted option, which is on-premise, meaning that you're going to be on your own server. It's important to note that no matter which hosting platform you choose, you will be receiving our same Odoo software, which is fantastic. Also an important note, you are able to try a free demo for 15 days in any of the hosting platforms that you choose. So test it out beforehand before you make a big commitment of choosing the hosting platform. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, okay, why is this important? What's the purpose of this? I've heard about the cloud. I can sign up for it. Well, the answer is it's important because it depends. I mean, everyone's needs are so different and no 2 databases or businesses are the same. So it's important that you make a decision that fits your needs. As a customer success manager, I receive the question at least once a week. Should I change my hosting platform? And really, there are just so many common misconceptions with our Odoo hosting platforms. So just because you have your own server that you can host on doesn't necessarily mean that you should be on our on-premise option. The problem I often see is people deciding on a hosting platform that sounds good to them, but they don't really understand what that platform can or cannot do for them. So I urge you not to run into the decision of choosing a hosting platform and rushing that decision. Understanding the differences between the platforms is going to help you so much with your business's efficiency. Don't worry though, if you choose a hosting platform, you can't feel stuck with it because Odoo offers the option to switch hosting platforms as needed or required. As your company's needs change over time, we expect that your hosting needs change as well. So you're not going to be forced to stay with one hosting platform forever. Change is welcome. Now that we have an understanding as to why this decision is crucial to running your business, we're going to dive into the service behind it, the Odoo Cloud. Now, what is the cloud? This is one of the basics of Odoo, and I'm sure you've heard of the cloud before, whether it be your iPhone storage and you need to send your photos to the cloud because you're running out of storage. Well, it's essentially the same thing with our Odoo Cloud. So the meaning behind it is this is the on-demand availability of computer resources, including data, which is accessed over the internet. So whether it be your photos from your iPhone or your Odoo database for Odoo, you're accessing that through the internet, and that data is located on servers around the globe. And you're accessing them online. Unfortunately, with the cloud, there are common misconceptions and fear associated with the cloud relating to security and privacy. People often think that your data is going to be lost or hacked whenever you sign up to use the cloud. Well, please let me put your fears to rest. With our cloud, we have one backup daily that's replicated on at least 3 of our different data centers on at least 2 different continents. So we have a fantastic security system put in place with constant up-to-date security patches. And this is why our Odoo Cloud is the most popular way of hosting. So with that being said, let's get into our first hosting platform today, Odoo Online. So Odoo Online, this is our Saas option, meaning it is software as a service and it's hosted on our cloud, meaning it's hosted on our servers. 70% of our users in North America are on Odoo Online, probably because this is the most simple option. So this is Odoo out of the box with our Odoo methodology, no technology background needed, and it's the best option for a quick deployment. If you don't have sophisticated workflows, this is going to be the best hosting platform for you. If you do need some basic customizations, that's more than welcome with our Odoo Studio application. We have 3 database backups daily worldwide as you are on our cloud, like I mentioned earlier. So we have the security and privacy to securely keep your database on our cloud. With Odoo Online, you are able to install any of our core applications, including Odoo Studio, like I mentioned earlier. So Studio is great because if you need some basic customizations that include adding a field, creating an app, or editing the layout of the report, Studio is going to help you accomplish those basic customizations. However, when creating some codes with Studio, you might include the Python coding. And just make sure you talk to your customer success manager about how Odoo can support you and that type of code as well. It's important to note that with Odoo Online, there is no third-party app connectivity allowed. Also, just to point out, if you have any questions at all, please write them in the chatter. Our team is happy to help you with questions right now. All right. So with Odoo Online, you do have access to our free help website at odoo.com/help. And this is where you're able to submit a ticket for upgrade help, bug fixes, simple configuration, and technical questions. So that's all supported through our help page. Our success packs are also a great way to receive help from our Odoo team. So what a success pack is, it's a paid service and you receive a pack of hours. You receive a consultant and they learn your database inside and out. So instead of waiting for our tech team to get back to you with, say you support a help ticket, our consultant is available to you as needed. So our consultants are great for a company who doesn't have an IT department or someone dedicated to be working on their database. So the company or the consultant would have a connection with someone at your company and they're able to help with the configuration, customization as needed. Our consultants are great to help you with getting you up and running on our system as fast as possible, as time is money. We want you to be as efficient as possible, and our consultants can definitely help you get there, especially with Odoo Online. So an example of a type of Odoo Online client is someone with simple workflows, they use our core applications, and they don't have the need for simple customizations. So let's say, for example, we have a person who they sell socks. So let's say their clients purchase socks through their website application that they use through Odoo. So clients use that website, purchase socks, which triggers an RFQ to send to the person using Odoo's vendor, and then the vendor says okay, and it gets all shipped out through the UPS connector. This is great. Then once that sale is delivered, they use our accounting app to balance their books and they're all set. Let's say they want to add another field using the Studio app to a sales report. No problem, they can do that as much as they would like with the Studio application. But now you might be thinking, this is a little too confining for me. I might need a little bit more freedom. I really have some third-party applications that I want to use. Well, not to worry. Up next, we have our on-premise hosting platform. So, on-premise. This is hosted on your own server. So, the software is completely the same as it is for our cloud hosting options, but with on-premise, the only difference is that you are on your own server. 30% of our users in North America are on-premise. We do highly suggest that you are tech savvy or have an IT department that is committed to working on your server and your database as you are on your own server. As I mentioned, we are still the Odoo software with on-premise, but you are allowed those third-party applications, customizations, anything you'd like is really allowed because you're on your own server. So you have full autonomy and flexibility. This makes you 100% autonomous, which also means you're responsible for the security on your database. We will not be providing backups for you like we do on the cloud. Some regulations might require you to be on-premise, like HIPAA and ETAR. More information on this can be found at odoo.com/privacy. So as I mentioned, you are responsible for the security on your database, but more in-depth support through this is usually found through our partner network. So more information on our partners can be found at odoo.com/partners, but our partners are directly supported through Odoo. So they're specialized in certain industries and sectors, and they're located around the globe. They're perfect to help with clients who are on-premise or have sophisticated workflows, and our partners work really closely with a lot of our third-party applications. So this would be your main source of support. Speaking of being located around the globe, we have our Odoo community. So this is an on-premise software as anyone can download it for free, and they can use the software how they'd like it. So here we have a grab of our two editions. We have the screen grab of Community and the screen grab of Odoo Enterprise. To the left, we see Community, which is free. On the right, we see Odoo Enterprise, which is paid. So since the Community version is free, you're not going to be receiving everything that the Odoo Enterprise clients are receiving. Like our Enterprise version, you have a subscription and you work with a customer success manager like me. But with Odoo Community, all you need to do is download the software, and all you need is a desktop or a web browser, and you're all set to use Community. Here are some of the key differences between Odoo Community and our Enterprise, some of the key applications that are not available to Community. So as you can see in the productivity section, there are quite a few applications that's not available for Community, but only for Enterprise. You can also see that our accounting app is only available for Enterprise as well. And this is one of our most popular applications as it streamlines the entire accounting process, which is fantastic, especially if you're familiar with accounting. So an example of an on-premise client. So this is someone with sophisticated workflows, they need to meet a HIPAA compliance, and they have their own IT department. So let's say we have a company who has, they have extreme sophisticated workflows and they have their own server, which is required. Let's say that their configuration includes 5 separate work centers and 10 different routes. They're a medical hardware equipment manufacturing, company, so they need to meet that HIPAA compliance. They also have a sister company that's located in Europe and need to be accessing all the same information on the same database. So they're definitely not an Odoo out-of-the-box company, which is just fine because they have an IT department which is supporting them and helping them throughout this, throughout their implementation process and their day-to-day process. So if you're thinking, this isn't quite lining up with what I need, and I need something a little bit in between online and on-premise, well, we've got your back with Odoo.sh. So Odoo.sh, this is our PaaS database, meaning platform as a service. So this is, you get the full support with Odoo, meaning you're on the cloud, but you get the full autonomy of being on-premise. So it's the perfect bridge and the best of both worlds between on-premise and Odoo Online. You're able to customize as much as you'd like with us still having your back in support. A GitHub account is required, and if you're not familiar with GitHub, so it's free for an account, and think of this as like the Facebook of coding. So you're able to collaborate, share, like, comment, see everything that people are posting on their GitHub account and what they're using on their database for coding. So it's great for collaboration. What's awesome is that our team, our Odoo team, has a GitHub account, and if you're on SH, you would have a GitHub account as well. So our two teams would be collaborating through GitHub and sharing code and making sure your database is running with the customizations, developments, third-party apps that you need. So like I mentioned previously, you are allowed a whole lot more freedom on Odoo.sh Online, so downloading our third-party applications are allowed. There are currently 31,000 third-party applications on our Odoo Online App Store. So these third-party applications are made from our partners and developers worldwide, and they are verified by us. So our consultants from the Success Packs don't usually work with third-party apps, so make sure to read the fine print on the third-party apps that you download and make sure you're going to be receiving the support that you need. So, like I mentioned, our partners might be the best source of support for our third-party applications. Also, quick pause, make sure if you have any questions, please feel free to write in the chat box, as our team is happy to help you along this journey. All right, so now we have the 3 required pieces for Odoo.sh. That's going to be our gigabytes, workers, and staging branches. So the gigabytes determine how much storage is on your database and on your SH project. The worker is a speed processor. It's not a physical person or a physical worker. It's just what we call the speed processor on your database. So we recommend 1 worker for every 25 users on your database. The workers are important, so when you have visitors on your Odoo website, your website isn't going to be lagging or slowed down because you don't have enough workers. So the last thing you want is unhappy customers because of your slow website, which ends up turning business away. So make sure you have enough workers for your SH project. So the staging branches, this is where the fun comes in. This is where you're able to test out all of your developments and customizations before they go live into production. These are so important because it's like a trial run. You can make edits and have as many staging branches as you'd like. So this allows your staging branches to be the sandbox environment for testing. Your team can focus on developments at hand, and you're allowed to keep them separate with as many staging branches as you'd like, as I mentioned. So you can keep your developments separate and then push them into production when they are ready. It's important to note that staging branches do expire after a certain amount of days, so please make sure that your staging branches, those customizations, are put into production as soon as they're ready. You don't want them just sitting there and disappearing. Now we have branch management with Odoo.sh. So like I mentioned just now, your staging branches are so important for testing out your code. We're not going to be interfering, meaning we as in our Odoo team, is not going to be interfering with your production database or your staging branches because you are in full control of your SH project. This means you're avoiding complications and interference while merging code to allow for an easier integration. So you're in full control of your staging branches. Awesome. So now again, because you are on the cloud with Odoo.sh, we do offer the daily backups at our various data centers worldwide. So if needed or required, we are allowed to access a backup for up to 3 months ago. We want to ensure that all of our cloud clients are receiving the trust that they signed up for. Again, with Odoo.sh, it's the perfect balance between on-premise and Odoo Online, and help can be received through our success packs with our consultants. So the type of company that's going to be using Odoo.sh. So this is someone with a robust workflow, room for development as needed, and third-party application connection. So let's say, for example, we have a company who manufactures and sends out furniture, but they do all of their sales through Etsy. So they use our website application and they use our sales application in depth, but they make those sales through Etsy. So they use our third-party app connection with Etsy because Odoo.sh allows for that. They're able to make customization and implement their own developments as needed because maybe on Etsy they need to have certain things written down on their sales quotes or maybe on an accounting report. So Odoo.sh allows for that customization as needed. All right, you guys, I know we just covered a lot of information. So here's some certain things to consider. What kind of support do you currently have? What kind of support will you be needing? And what kind of support will you especially be receiving with the hosting platform that you choose? Are you tech savvy? Or do you have an IT department or someone on your team who can help with the technology behind your database and your hosting platform? Is your platform going to be making you more efficient? That's the number one goal here, is we want to be able to streamline your workflows and make sure you are as efficient as possible. Lastly, implementation. So how are you going to be getting your current data onto your new hosting platform on that database? So with implementation, our team refers to our quick start methodology, which I mentioned previously, which is the best way for Odoo deployment and implementation, as you can see on the left-hand side. This is internally with our Odoo team. So our quick start methodology is how we get your business up and running with Odoo by being fast, smooth, and affordable. So we get you deployed on your new hosting platform as fast as possible with the use of our consultants with our success packs, like I mentioned before. They're part of the consultant is part of your implementation process from point A to point Z. So they're going to help you provide a clear path for your customizations, and your database through all of the different quick start phases. Our consultants work most closely with our cloud hosting platforms, which is Odoo Online, Saas, or Odoo.sh PaaS. So our consultants work most closely with those too. But however, some clients who are on the larger side or have a more sophisticated workflow will turn to our Odoo partners for Odoo implementation. These are great because partners, some people who work with partners prefer a local presence, which that partner offers. Partners also have project managers, business analysts, developers, you name it, just like us. So they're better suited to work with a more complex company and a larger company, but larger companies are more than welcome to work with Odoo for implementation. You would just have to follow the correct implementation methodology suited for your company size that our consultant would offer for you. So jumping back to the difference between our enterprise and community. So our enterprise has more apps and support than what you'll be receiving on community. So we offer the support for bug fixes, upgrades, unknown errors on your screen. We've got you covered with that. Community is perfect if you just need a software, quick, easy, and you have your own server. All right, now to recap. So we would love for you to try a free trial, like I mentioned earlier. So one is available for all of our 3 hosting platforms. This is going to give you a feel for the database and if it's properly suited for you. Make sure that you feel efficient on it. Make sure that the hosting platform is correct for you. And if not, that's totally fine. Try one of our other hosting platforms. We are happy to help. Make sure you talk with your customer success manager about your current hosting platform or the hosting platform that you're deciding between the two. We are more than happy to help with any questions you may have. If you don't currently have a subscription, feel free to go to Odoo.com and chat with the live help button, and our team is going to be able to answer your questions as fast as possible and with the best information for you. Make sure you follow us on social media. So we have great videos like this one and access to more helpful tips and tricks to how to get your database up and running or with configuration help as needed. Also, we're going to be recapping. So first database hosting platform we talked about was Odoo Online. So Odoo Online is our SaaS option, software as a service. It's hosted on our cloud. It's for Odoo out of the box, simple workflows, core applications, no third-party applications, but you are allowed to have that studio application. You will receive free support through our support page. This is also great to receive support through our consulting services, the Success Packs. Here on the screen, we have a screen grab of our Odoo.com, and this is where you can start your free trial, as you can see in the top right corner. Here you would select the apps that you're interested in trying, and you would select the amount of users that you would have on your database. Then, bing, bang, boom, our software is going to have a database configured for you, and you're set to try a free trial for 15 days. You're going to access your database through your portal that you create or through a direct link. Now we have our on-premise option. So this is hosted on your own server. Remember, you're on your own server, you're fully autonomous, all right? So mostly you're going to be receiving support through our partner program, or if you have an IT department, they're going to be taking care of your database as we offer limited support for Odoo premise. So this is great for a company with complex workflows and or the need to follow certain regulations. So here you can see the screen grab of our on-premise website. You can see on the left and on the right we have the Odoo Community or the Odoo Enterprise, where you're able to choose which version you'd like to download for which web browser you have, and then you can try without installing if you would like on the right-hand side. So give on-premise a try, but again, it's the same software you'll be receiving as Odoo Online or Odoo.sh. Now we have a screen grab of our GitHub site. So GitHub is not actually through Odoo, but we just use it. So it is a free website to use. Again, this is like Facebook. It's the Facebook of coding. This is where you're going to be collaborating with other coders, developers, finding out more information and more code that can be working on your database. And you can just sign up for free in the top right-hand corner where it says sign up, or start a free trial in the bottom left. And lastly, we have our Odoo.sh platform. So our Odoo.sh platform is our PaaS database, meaning platform as a service. This is the best of both worlds between on-premise and Odoo Online. You are allowed full autonomy and flexibility, but you still receive our Odoo support as we have your back. Customizations are allowed, and this Odoo.sh has the three main components: gigabytes, workers, and staging branches. So you would access your SH database through your project page, not your portal. And here we have a screen grab of Odoo.sh. So you can see on the left-hand side, you see production, staging, development. Those staging branches is the fun part we talked about, where you're able to test out development and play around with customizations and code before it's pushed into production. And then in the center there, you see that activity log of what's been going on, who's been doing what, have the code's been working, or has it failed? This is the great activity log to follow just to check in to see what's going on with your team. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. It has been an absolute blast. So if you have any questions, feel free to write in the chat box right now. Reach out to your customer success manager, or you can go ahead to Odoo.com and use our live chat feature to chat with someone to help you. Or feel free to email me. My email is cawa@odoo.com. I look forward to chatting with you soon. Thanks again. Bye.